Okay, now I've zoomed in on this page a little bit. Let's look at the paragraph. Plants, animals, and people. Earth is filled with an amazing variety of living things. Well, maybe you've heard the word variety before, but do you really own it? Do you feel like you can use it? Do you feel comfortable using it in a regular sentence? Or do you just kind of know what it means? Well, if you're stuck here and you can see there really isn't anything on the page that can help, let's just keep going. Maybe the answer will come up in a little bit. So, Earth is filled with an amazing variety of living things. In this chapter, you will learn about the many different kinds of life scientists. Oh, so let's see. They're talking about plants, animals, and people. And Earth is filled. And then here it says many different kinds. Okay, so maybe variety is connected to a large number of different things. Okay, see what we did there? We looked before the word and we looked after the word because we didn't see anything in the picture, we didn't see a caption that could help us. Now, let's take a look at this interesting page. Okay, well, over here, and I'm going to read the last three sentences. It says, they need food for energy. They need water. Most need oxygen to breathe. Oxygen. I know you've heard that word before, but do you really feel comfortable using it? Do you really know what it means? So we have to stop here. The paragraph ends there, and it doesn't look like there's any more information in that paragraph. So I'm going to look around. Looking around, looking around. Ah! Oxygen is a gas in the air we breathe. Oxygen is also in water. Okay. Well, that was very helpful that they put that bubble there to explain what oxygen was because I don't know. I mean, I knew it had something to do with breathing, but I didn't really know exactly what it was, and I didn't know it was in water. Some of you might be thinking that. So you see what we did? We looked around the page. We didn't just give up on the word or skip it. And we didn't just say, oh, yeah, I know that word has something to do with breathing. Let's move on. No, we need to look around and see if we can solve it, if we can find some help with it. Here's another page in that same book. Okay, so now I'm looking at the left side at the top. It's fun to watch fish swimming in a fishbowl. Ichthyologists. Whoa. Ichthyologists. Okay, that's got to be a new word for some of you. Well, let's keep reading. Maybe something will help us here. Ichthyologists enjoy watching fish too. They keep fish in huge aquariums. Oh, so does that mean that ichthyologists keep fish in aquariums? Well, let's see. They also study fish in streams, rivers, lakes, and oceans. Oh, okay. So the author used a big word. Okay, there's some lingo here, but then they gave us some more words to help us explain it. And in case that wasn't enough, we've got this here. Ichthyologist, a zoologist who studies fish. But now we have another problem. What's a zoologist? We know an ichthyologist is a person who studies fish. But what could a zoologist be? Well, we know that a zoo is a place where animals are kept. So maybe a zoologist is a person who studies animals. That's possible. We've got to use everything we can on the page to help us figure out hard words. And like I said, in this book, they're pretty good about helping. But then sometimes you come across a book like this. Now, the author's name is Gail Gibbons, and she wrote the book Knights in Shining Armor, which we read a little bit of not that long ago. And sometimes in her books, like in the Knights book, there isn't a lot of help available. Let's take a look at this one, which has a little bit more help than Knights in Shining Armor. This is called Alligators and Crocodiles. Okay, so I'm just going to read here. According to paleontologists, okay, it tells us what a paleontologist is. They're scientists who learn about ancient life by studying fossils, the remains of a plant or animal that lived at least 10,000 years ago. According to paleontologists, alligators, crocodiles, and dinosaurs lived on Earth about 230 million years ago. About 65 million years ago, dinosaurs became extinct. Extinct. Oh, oh, wait a minute. I'm looking around the page. Dinosaurs became extinct, but alligators and crocodiles continued to live. So alligators and crocodiles continued to live, but dinosaurs did what? Could that be the opposite of live? Oh, and it looks like there's a clue here. Extinct means no longer in existence. Uh, what does existence mean? Now we've got a puzzle because we were just trying to figure out the word extinct. And when we went to the clue to help us, we got another word that was difficult, existence. Well, they're talking about how alligators and crocodiles continued living. So they stayed alive. But dinosaurs maybe didn't? So extinct maybe means no longer alive? Okay, see what we did there? We tried to use the different pieces of information that we had to solve the difficult words. We started with paleontologists, and then we went up and looked at it. Okay, and it says that they studied animals that are at least 10,000 years, that died at least 10,000 years ago, or lived 10,000 years ago. And then we came down and ran into a problem with the word extinct, and we checked the definition, but we ran into another word. Usually these words are all connected, and authors can't explain every word on the page. They need us to be good readers to try and figure some of them out. Okay, imagine somebody said the word hatchling. You might say what? What? Say that word again? Sure. Hatchling. Oh, I don't know. I'm not really sure I can make a guess. I don't feel comfortable with that word. It's kind of locked. Well, let's see if we can read about it. We're in the book on alligators and crocodiles. And if you look here, it says, a group of young hatchlings is called a creche. A group of young hatchlings. Okay, well, there is the word young. That might help us, but a hatchling? Oh, I'm not sure. I'm looking around the page. Oh, you know what I just realized? I didn't show you the whole page. Oh, there's more to it. Oh, it shows little alligators and crocodiles doing what from the eggs? They're hatching. So maybe a hatchling is a baby that just came out of the egg. Okay? See what we did? The author is teaching us the word creche. A group of young hatchlings is called a creche. She's not teaching us what a hatchling is. She Maybe she hopes we know what it means, or maybe she hopes we'll look at the picture and figure it out. That's what we have to do. So, readers, we talked about reading to learn the lingo, expecting keywords and looking out for them, and looking at all the features like we did in the elephant book, the glossary, the text box, the labels. And today we looked at how we need to use the whole page to figure out what keywords mean. Authors put information sometimes in the text, sometimes in a picture, sometimes in places where you might not think to look. Okay? And as we saw in the elephant book, sometimes the answer is not on the page. We have to go to a different one, like the glossary. All right, boys and girls, that's it. And remember, if you find words that you can't solve, you can't figure out, or you just think they're really cool, write them down in your little memo book and ask me when you get a chance, or use a dictionary, or ask an adult. Somebody's available to help you. That's it for now. The end.